Well, besides being a puppeteer, uh, I've got my own puppet theater. So one day I was sitting at home just relaxing, and the telephone rang green, and it was a little lady on the other end. Oh, hello, Mr. Wright. Oh, we got a cancellation, and we need someone to do a puppet show. I said, well, no, we'll be glad to. Well, most of our puppet shows are at 2 o'clock in the daytime, but story
Or 10
hour
o'clock in the morning.
right?
Yeah.
Or either at 2 o'clock on Saturdays. So she said, well, we got a cancellation and we need someone to do it at 7 o'clock. I said, what? 7 o'clock? I said, at 8 o'clock, I'm dozing off. Talk about 7 o'clock. Jeez. She said, well, can you make it? We'll pay you well. So I said, well, let me talk with my wife, and I have to
Because I do the puppetry with
the
him.
business, right?
I assist.
Now, being married to Jackie, when Jackie's happy with me, she calls me Pooh and Pooh this. But when she's upset, when she say Papa this, she means business. So I said, well, Jackie, look, it's at 7 o'clock at night, and I don't want to. I'm dozing off. I don't want to be out at 7 o'clock at night. She said, Papa, we're going to do this. I said, okay, my dear. So Jackie called the lady up and booked the show. So we got over to the show that night, the librarian, but we noticed it was a big church right next to the librarian, and the doors was open, and there was a few cars on the parking lot. So Jackie said, they must be having some kind of Wednesday night service. I said, yeah, Wednesday night, probably the prayer service or having something. So we got to the library, unloaded. Well, what the good thing was that we just got a new PA system, remember?
Right.
Brand new PA system.
And I'm in charge of the PA system. I set it up all the time.
Right.
And we have
new microphone.
Right. He has lavalier and I have a headset mic. So
Right.
they're wireless.
Right. So Jackie was setting the PA system up, and I was putting the stage up and getting it together. So everything was together. So she checked the mics, and it was testing, everything worked out wonderful. I said, boy, this is great, Jackie. So we're just gonna relax downtown for the show. Well, at the same time, meanwhile, at the church, they was having a service at 7 o'clock too. But this was the problem. We didn't know that our microphones was on the
same frequency as the microphone at the church.
At the church. So when the church service started, when it starts, we could hear it over our PA system.
Right.
So we were standing outside, and the librarian said, we're going to start at about 5 after 7 to give people a chance to come in, right? Come in. So I said, well, Jackie at 10 to go up and get the microphones ready. So Jackie went and turned the PA system on. We kept our mics on, and we were standing outside the door with the librarian, just talking, telling her how to introduce us.
And the audience had started coming in.
We had a packed house, right?
Full house.
Right, and we used to have the kids to sit on the floor, and all the adults would sit
in the chairs in the back.
In the chairs, yeah. Right. And on a Wednesday night, I think we had about 60 people. I said, Jackie, this is wonderful. 60 people, man. We were gonna knock them dead. So at 7 o'clock, we heard something on the PA system saying, I'm so glad that everybody's here today. Oh, everybody's good. We want everybody in the audience to stand up. And I want you to join hands together, and I want you to bow your head. Well, the people thought,
let's pray.
And pray. Well, the people thought that was part of the show. They thought that we was announcing for the people to pray. So we walked in the room, and everybody was standing up with their heads down, getting ready to pray. So we had to rush in the room and explain to the people what was going on.
Right,
with
right.
The PA system.
That it wasn't us.
Us, right.
We were on the same
thing's great. So that was one time. Now we have more problems with PA systems because of Jackie here.
No.
We was on our way to Columbia, I believe, right, to do a show, right?
At a library.
At a library. So I'm a health nut. I jog every day. I take vitamins. I eat right and everything. And I drink 8 glasses of water a day. I said, well, Jackie said, well, this is about a 2-hour drive to Columbia for us. I said, well, I got to get my water in no matter what. So I got me a big bottle of water, and I was sipping on the way, all the way. So when we got there, we started setting up the PA system, and I was setting
And
up the stage, and everything was just right. And then Jackie tested the PA, and the PA was so loud, and the room went to the whole room, and everybody can hear. Even if you open the door, you can hear it out in the library a little bit. I said, "Oh boy, this is wonderful, Jackie." I said, "Well, I'm just gonna go and sit in a chair and watch the people come by." So I went out in the library and was sitting in the chair. We're just relaxing. People were coming in for the puppet show. And then all at once it hit me, bam! My bladder felt like it was about to explode. My mouth was kind of twisting like this, and I was, I don't know if I can hold it. Sometimes when you have to go to the bathroom, you try to stand up and you can't walk. So I was trying to stand. I was you cross your legs and you push your legs together. Now you can't walk because you can't move. So you kind of scooting across the floor like this. And at the same time, it got so bad, I said, "Lord, help me to make it." Out loud, "Lord, help me to make it. Please, Lord, don't let me. I can't perform in front of all these people with wet pants." So I made it to the bathroom. Whew. When I got in the bathroom, there was no one in the bathroom. I was by myself. So a lot of times when I'm in the bathroom, this is a secret I'm telling you guys. When I'm in the bathroom, I talk to myself, "Oh boy, this feels good. Man, I didn't think I could make it. Boy." So when I came out, I went over and came out the bathroom, washed my hands, and I came back, went into the auditorium. When I walked into the auditorium, everybody started clearing and cheering and clapping. Yay! I said, "What the?" Jackie said, "I forgot to cut the microphone off."
And everybody heard him.
What I was saying, right. So that's our head. Our last thing that we did. And all that is true. The true story.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Thank you, Papa Wright.